Hi guys, it's Sydney, and this is my functional test for return to play for baseball, and I'm doing a thigh injury, specifically a quadricep contusion. The first exercise I have for non-equipment test is drop lunges. And so for those, usually you can find a little block or just something a little elevated, even in your house, but I know they have them at the gym. I have this little balance board that I'm gonna put my foot on, but you'll have like a little block or something you can have your back foot on and a lunge, and you'll be stepped up on it, and then you have your whatever the opposite leg is up, and then you fall and you drop down. And this exercise is really looking at both stability and symmetry. So when you drop down on both different legs, there'll be someone looking at it, making sure that you don't favor one leg or seem to be stronger on the other. So just like that, ignore that my lunges are really bad. But that is the first exercise. The second one is vertical jumps, and those are really looking at power and comfort during landing, not necessarily height. Usually they are, but for this, like, you're just squatting down and you're going up, and it's really focusing on how they land. Is it symmetrical? Were they in pain when they landed? And did they have enough power to get off the ground to a normal measure at least? The third one is active straight leg raises. And these are looking at the athlete's ability to stretch, their range of motion after their injury, as well as their pain level. So for these, you're gonna have whatever the non-injured leg is up, bent, and the injured one, you'll have your toes flexed towards you and your foot slightly turned outward. You can put your hands behind you, and then you're just lifting your leg up and down a couple times just to have someone look at that range of motion and how strong that leg is. The next thing I have, more specific to baseball, will be just standing to running. So that's really just literally standing in place and then running a few yards and then stopping. And that's really just looking at simulating running like an athlete was running the bases, and just seeing, is there discomfort and is there limping or favoring to one leg over the other. Getting into the equipment exercises, the first one I have is drop lunges. So what we did before, but this time with weight. So for these, you'll grab dumbbells. It depends on the athlete and how strong they are originally, but something pretty light. I have 5 pounds because that's what I am able to do. And so again, you'll have a block of some sort, and you'll have that back leg up. You're just gonna have the dumbbells by your side, and it's just you dropping down. And once again, it's really just looking at any discomfort during landing and just seeing if that injured leg is as strong as the other leg and as stable. So like that. The next exercise is with equipment is the active straight leg raises with a resistance band. So same thing as before again. You're gonna have the injured leg out, the toes flexed towards you and slightly turned outwards, but this time you're gonna have a band, like a mild resistance band, and you're gonna wrap it kind of around the upper part of your foot and pull it kind of tightly towards you, and just do the same few leg raises up and down. And once again, it's really just looking at that stretch and range of motion. Okay, for this next one, your equipment is like a chair of any sort, and then the same resistance band of mild resistance. And it's good to have another person for this one. I don't, so I'm just gonna do it on myself. But you're gonna be sitting down, preferably of a chair that maybe you can't touch the ground with your feet, but again, this is what I have. You'll have the band kind of wrapped around the lower leg of your injured leg, and you'll have someone pulling back, and then they're just watching as you slowly extend your leg out and back. And it's really just looking at both how far you're able to stretch it and the functional capacity of the injured leg.
The last equipment exercise is a single leg extension on a machine. You just are going to do it on both sides so you can look and compare strength of both of the different legs and make sure that there's not any pain or strength differences in either of the legs. And this is important for returning to play, and make sure that there's not pain when weight bearing.